This is called a carousel book or star book. It's a multi-layered construction that they're folded, and they can either be a full-length book made up of accordions with different scenes, or they could be put together and you can see it's a star book or a carousel book. They became popular in the 20s and 1930s for children's books, and these books were revived in the 1980s by book artists. You will, it's segmented, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are concertinas, and they're 3 accordions deep. This one, the artist used etchings for the interior, red paper for the background, a linoleum cut, and hand-painted gouache. They used a 4-hole pamphlet stitch and put a ribbon in with book cloth and painted on top of that. You do not have to do a 4-hole pamphlet stitch. You can do a 3. Let me show you another example. But let's take a look just above. You can see 1, 2, 3. All accordions. Here is a tab where the length of the book has been extended through a tab and well hidden. Now, here's another example. Again, can roll out like an accordion, but this one's a little different that the artist chose. It's still 3 accordions, 1, 2, 3, but they actually didn't keep the 3rd one solid. They cut through the back of that one, where the other book was a solid red. Okay. Here's another example, a totally different size, because you can always change the size of your book. This is a very small star book. It, again, has the 3 accordions sewn together with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. The back page is a digital printout of the universe. The second page is a solid, clear Duralar, and the final page is a gold piece of paper with a circle cut out. Okay, and then book board with stars on it, because it's about the universe. Gold thread has been added, and there is your star or carousel book with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has 6 segmented scenes, where some of them had 5. But you can see the height difference. You know, what a variety of size you can make. I've had people even go tall and narrow. So you all will receive these directions that coincide with this book. But this student looked at these directions and created their own mathematical measurements, and you always can do that. So when you break the book down, and you will have the measurements, you know, there's the inside accordion. Right now I just have it paper clipped right here. I would be gluing that. This is my inside, the inside of the star book. This is the middle. And of the star book, and this is the first one where I would be cutting through here, looking through it, to the second, cut through that, and this one could remain solid, or you could cut it through. Then I make tabs on either side I have my book cloth. And this one happens to have a hole in it, like so I could put an image behind that, like this one. This one did that same thing, where the artist cut a hole through the book board, covered it with book cloth, and did a whole different star book with mixed media. Okay, so then I would carefully, I have my ribbon. You want to make your ribbon long enough that you can tie it. Not all books have to be made with a ribbon. You can do a magnet closure or a clip or Velcro. But when the idea is I want to, this is the front of my book and the back. And I would be gluing my ribbon in between here. And then you could use double tack. You could do your PVA glue. You would not use glue stick or any other glue. It's either double tack or PVA glue like I've taught you. And, you know, that's the last thing you do is put your book together. Here's another very simple, like it's already made, but a simplified image of circles. It doesn't really have anything else going on, but it's a 3-hole, 1, 2, 3 hole pamphlet stitch sewing on the mountain fold. This happens to be watercolor paper. So one could have gone in and painted with gouache or watercolor, another watercolor paper and black arches. But when I put you can see how my 3-hole pamphlet stitch, the tail is coming through the back. But I've sewn it on the mountain. So I've taken I make a hot dog, you know, however high this is, you always make your hot dog. You fold it in half and then fold it once again from the bottom and the top. That lets you know where your 3 holes are. You puncture it with your awl through all 3. You line it up. And then you sew it with your linen thread, your waxed linen thread. So this is how this book looks. And I'm going to tie it. I glued the ribbon in there. I'm going to tie it.